I'm gonna get a tweet up pretty soon.
What? Look at this. 21 minutes, 32 seconds. Let me know when you're on Twitch so I can listen.
It should be up now.
Okay. Is this gonna... Hey, look at that! It's just sharing that screen. So I can...
Yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate knowing your authorization code for the next 18 seconds.
Oh, it's too late.
What's the episode number? Hang on. Get back.
376, I think.
376, okay.
Oh, we're gonna have to change it over to Byte Notes 2020. When's this episode coming out?
2020?
I'm just putting the news on.
God damn it.
This is what my life has been in the queue. All right, Twitch.
I've been setting my hearth to different zones that I have unfinished quests in and doing those.
Yeah.
So I did a bunch of level 40 quests in the Badlands.
We'll talk. Well, actually, let's talk about this before we do the actual podcast because maybe we don't want to talk about it in the podcast too much. I don't know. We should talk about it in the podcast though, because it would make sense even if you don't play the game, because we can describe the dumbness of this game.
Yeah, and 2/3 of the podcasters are 100% consumed by it.
All right, I'm gonna mute my. Shoot, I gotta unscreen share. I gotta fuck around with settings, and this is not allowing me to take focus away. Okay, that fixed it. All right, let me get. I forget how to get this. Okay, if I do Steam, then I can switch it. All right, so I'm gonna turn off. Shit, I don't want that one. I want Mixer, and I want to turn down. Hey, can you guys talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, and it's not that one. It's that one. Okay, now I can only hear the Twitch stream, so. Alright. Levels, what's up?
Hey, it's your boy.
Live with Born in the 80s, episode 376 shortly. Hopefully we won't just be running a WoW Classic podcast today. I'm just reading my tweet.
Hey.
We can never
this
know
is
for
John Danger talking, then Matt.
And it's Matt talking.
And let's take down a society of behemoths.
Okay, I think we actually sound pretty good. So let me just Alt-Tab. Oh no, I can't. There's the volume mixer. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's get a little screen share on this bitch back on. This has been absolute hell. This final AV push.
Yeah. Do you need to get Exalted in Warsong for any reason?
Not right now. But I think the Warsong Gulch Exalted will be easier.
Really?
Well, once I think... Well, I guess it won't be easier, but I don't need anything from there. Like, they're just... let me look at the Warsong Gulch stuff.
I need some Warsong bracers, but I don't know what rep I need for it.
So none of those things are even out.
Yeah. Really?
The wrist stuff is a phase 3, which will be when Blackwing Lair launches.
Huh.
I think.
It was showing up, but
no, it is
60
there.
upgrades.
It is there. But not the pants.
Oh, I just need some dry edge shit.
Are phase 6, and those are really good. But the wrist guards are good, and I would use them, but it's Exalted. There's a Revered is just weapons that are like level 48. And then Honored is just level 48 neck piece and stuff. They're not that great. And then at phase 5, there'll be a trinket that you can get. It's a level 40 trinket.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna.
Guys, I'm allowed to play.
You're in. All
Yeah, I
right.
see it.
All right. I might as well queue up for another one after this, you know.
God damn it, John.
Are
I
you
mean, the
good?
queue takes 27 minutes, so
Yeah, the podcast will be over by the time that happens.
yeah, of course.
Are you getting the mount?
I don't have enough gold, but I will get it.
Yeah, me too.
It'll
So
be the
after I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to
buy.
farm 600 gold.
640.
Yeah, but I already have like 70.
All right, let's see if I'm in a pre-made stomp. It doesn't look like it yet. We are outnumbered though. Anyway, it's 376 and levels are good, so I think we can get started.
Yeah, I'm just posting some stuff in Discord. Once
Oh yeah,
Discord decides to
let
start.
me get the dock up.
Yeah,
All right, I got the dock up.
I've got our stream up on the TV.
Yeah.
Matt's a
Get up.
little loud, I will say.
Oh, okay. I think I
You're
did.
you're kind of clipping a bit.
How about now?
That's better.
Yeah, I
know
tried
if
to
you're
do a
just too
solo
close.
stream last
I wish I
night,
could
so
hang
I
this
messed
up.
with
I,
stuff.
I saw it was eight. It was like 8 minutes long.
It. Well, I wanted to do a stream of Battlegrounds, but then like it just was a stream of me waiting in queue, and I got really bored with it really fast.
Yep. It's actually something that it's actually something Blizzard really needs to fix, because if you're watching streamers right now, if they're Horde, it is all right. Well, I'm waiting for 30 minutes for the next match.
Yeah.
Shit, get back up here. I've got this leaned up on the top of the.
I honestly
laptop
don't know how they'll fix it, but maybe they'll fix it. Honestly, they just need to have Battleground weekends back in.
All right, so let's post this stuff.
Which
Come
is
on.
where Battleground weekends are when, like, a certain weekend, a Battleground will give you double rep and honor.
Oh, that's cool.
And so then everyone goes to that one, and the queue times are way better. And so, like, I remember back in Vanilla, we would only play AV when it was AV weekend. Otherwise, the queues in the Vanilla, before there was cross-realm Battlegrounds, it was like 30, 40-minute queue, you know, to get into
Yeah.
one. So it's like you would just queue up and run around and do stuff, and you're like, oh, I can get in. Not too unlike like the experience we have now, except for that it shouldn't be like this, because in that week one, the AV queues were like 20 seconds. I think it was like 2 or 3 minute queues. Now it's people just aren't playing it because the Alliance all got exalted and stopped. So the lesson is, if you haven't played World of Warcraft Classic, is roll Alliance.
Or don't try.
Or don't try. But look at this rep bar here at the bottom, Matt.
It's
so
too
close.
tiny. It's so tiny.
Oh no, you actually are way ahead of me. I thought I had 15,800. I have 15,300. Oh,
I had
well,
a
look at that.
couple.
The Alliance.
A couple that I got a ton of rep from. One that we won, which is expected, but the most recent one we lost, but I still got a shitload of rep because people were just like farming kills.
I think the problem that I have with it is that the map extremely favors the Alliance based on layout, and they have pre-mades through Discord now, which is
Yeah. And there's
not
some
fair.
like polling trick for the final boss for Alliance. where
Yes, they can pull him
getting
without
guards.
Yeah, which is like really broken.
So they really don't have any incentive to not just rush right in.
Yeah, and so it's like very much like incentive of the Horde to just turtle up, and you still lose. Like there's just nothing. And it sucks if you're trying to get rep, because people don't care about rep now because everybody got fucking exalted in like the first 3 weeks it was out.
Yeah.
And so it just sucks. I gotta turn my in-game audio down because I can barely hear you. I had it boosted up so I could hear it when cues popped.
Oh, there you go.
System sound.
There's got to be like an add-on that just replaces that sound with something super loud.
So I saw actually a really neat trick somebody had. It was a Discord add-on that allowed it to, I think it works on Windows 10 only, but it takes a screenshot of your screen like every I don't know, like a few seconds or some nonsense. And then when a screenshot showed the pop-up, it would let you know in a Discord message. So it would just message you in Discord that you had a cue pop.
Huh.
But the person who wrote it said, there's only one caveat, is you can't have Discord running on your PC. And I was like, I kind of just leave it on, so that's really annoying. Anyway. I got a recall now, so this is good. And then like people pick up a bunch of shit, like all these people picking up loot and then they don't turn it in for rep. Really pisses me off. So let's get started.
Yes, let's.
All right. I'm your host, so I'll start. Here, I got to get the camera facing set up here. Welcome to Born in the 80s. I'm your host, John Danger Rowe. Matt, what the fuck?
I got a harmonica for Christmas.
Nice. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 132.
That is not the right number.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 376. I'm your host, John Danger Rowe, and I've been joined by my co-hosts,
Matt Danger Hag.
And TJ Never Dangerous May.
So how's it going, John?
Good. Just playing a little World of Warcraft Classic. Playing some AV.
You haven't played for a while.
I haven't. Bitch, did you just see that? Did you just see that? I just yeeted that guy off the fucking tower.
John,
that snowball
we did not
strategy.
See that. This is an audio podcast.
Oh, damn it.
Thanks for listening.
Did you see that, though? I fucking yeeted that bitch off the tower. So it's I'm playing Alterac Valley. I queued for 30 minutes to lose in 5 minutes and get no rep or honor. So it's a pretty awesome game that they've built. Because did you know, this is the WoW rant. We'll get it out in the first 10 minutes. So skip ahead 10 minutes if you don't want to hear about World of Warcraft Classic. But I'm kind of salty right now because it's basically been the entire day I have been just getting absolutely anally raped in AV. I have won 3 games out of maybe 20 I've played in the last 3 days. It's just insane. The game is fucking broken because the Alliance faction has queues that are like 2 minutes, if that. The strategy for the Alliance to win this game is much easier than the Horde strategy to win the game because the Horde actually has to play defense to win, as evidenced by the fact that we just lost our entire base in about 2 seconds because I don't know if you can't see the video, but I'm going to explain this right now. Oh, I'm not, because I'm going to get ganked if I run over there. But I'm going to explain this right now. Actually, I'm going to pick up this guy's corpse.
Yeah, get that corpse.
I need the fucking rep. There, boom. I can get 10 rep now because we're about to lose the game. So anyway, there's some combat happening here, and this guy's going to stun lock me possibly. No. So the Alliance can just run through the base here and bypass the entirety of it by running up this hill, which is fairly easy, and then up into the keep up there. And if they get up these towers, which is really easy for a rogue because they're not open or anything, they can cap the tower and despawn all of the archers, which are what make it hard for you to cap it solo. Whereas on the Horde side, or the Alliance base, you can't do that because it's a wide open field where you can get shot at. So it really sucks that it's like the base design really is not great for us. But we're going to lose. So I'm just going to... This is why I figured I could just queue up for the podcast because this match would be over in like the 10-minute rant that I would get through. So
Mhm.
because it's completely imbalanced, the Horde has to defense to win games. And even when what we're doing right now is sending everyone back. Oh, never mind. We wipe them. Holy shit. Okay. So this is how we win a game is that we kill all of them and then they have to run back. And then we have to have people on offense winning it. Except for that if you look here, we have nobody on offense. So they're just going to come back and do it again and win. So it's fine. But it just sucks, you know? It's beating my head against the wall. I don't really want to PvP a lot in this game, but I have to because I need the items that are very good for my class for being exalted in this faction.
You need Don Julio's special ring.
Yes, which is like one of like best in slot rings.
You need to take that poor man's ring.
But this is good because then this might turn into a game where I actually can gain rep from it even if we lose. Because if a game lasts long enough, people turn stuff in. And Matt, I don't know if you know this, I'm going to explain this, is that every time anyone turns in items to rep, everyone in the entire instance gets the rep.
Okay.
So
that's
why.
Is.
So it's like, please turn shit in for the goddamn rep if you're playing this game.
Because you just see that like endless ticker of like 1 to 5 rep.
Yep. It means somebody is going back and
was...
turned in. Yep.
Do you also get 1 rep for each kill?
Yes, each honorable kill as well.
Because I was able to figure that out. And I thought that's just what it was. And then I figured that like it gave you 5 reps sometime based on, I don't know, wizards.
Oh, Matt, do you see this beauty? Our fucking wing commanders were sent back.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Wing commanders allow you to turn in the flesh and of the soldiers, the lieutenants, and the captains. And I'm actually going to tell people this in the battlegrounds.
So how do they get sent back?
Commanders back. You have to go find them in the field. There's one in the Stonehearth bunker. There's one in Icewing, there's one in Icewing. There's one up here in this little hut, and then there's one up here in the bunker. And they come back, and then they offer insane rep because, at least the commander's flesh for one of them gives you 5 rep to turn in, and you still get like 10 of them, so you can get like 50.
Yeah. I've turned in that stuff. What is that like getting you?
So I'll explain.
You eventually get some flying units.
Yeah. So if you get enough of these turned in, and I want to explain this to the fucking people that yell, I don't need rep or whatever. If you look at this, I'm getting 10 Orgrimmar rep for every turn in. Mm-hmm. So even if you're exalted with this faction, you're not going to be exalted with Orgrimmar yet because that takes forever. But anyway. If you give them enough flesh, they will fly off to a part of the battleground. And then they'll be like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. They're like kind of hovering in the air and they just like shoot air explosions down at people.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I have gotten shot at by some griffins, which I assume is the Alliance equivalent of those guys.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. They get griffins. Yep. So it's really cool. Big fan. I'm actually like in a really good mood right now because I have only been in shit games, and even if we lose this game, I have already gotten like 300 rep from this, so I don't want to kill myself
yet.
Oh, Alliance are here.
So TJ, how was your Christmas?
Yes. Oh, let's talk about Christmas, and this is the last episode of 2019.
Or is it the first episode
I don't know
of
if
2020?
It'll come out as the first episode of 2020.
We're live streaming in 2019. It's fine.
Wow.
The last episode
the year 2020 sure does look futuristic, fellas. Look at all this stuff here.
So between the last time that we recorded a true this style podcast and this one.
The one where John's playing World of Warcraft while everybody else is doing the podcast, because that happened last time, I think, too.
It was. It exactly happened that way. I have been down to visit my family in Illinois twice. I was down to Madison to visit you guys and record Christmas is Terrible once. It's been it's been kind of a crazy Christmas, but all good. And it's not done because we have 2 other family Christmases, one in the middle of January and one in the middle of February, still to do.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
But Matt, how was your Christmas?
It was all right. I still haven't had Christmas with my immediate family because
Okay.
that's like organizing schedules with my brother and my parents and stuff. But so I went to how we split it up is we'll always go to my grandma's for Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
and then from there drive down to Kirsten's parents' house and stay overnight and open presents Christmas morning. So
Is this your first Christmas with Kirsten?
no, I think
Second?
it's the second one, I think, because I think that we started dating in like October. So I think the first time Christmas came around, we were just like doing our own separate things.
Okay.
That sounds right. But I got some beer and some money and some gift certificates and this bottle of Four Roses bourbon that's almost gone.
Nice.
I also got this.
That's a really nice sounding harmonica.
Yeah, I don't know how to
say.
play it yet though. I have so to bring everything together, I ordered one of those harmonica holders that goes around your neck, and my
Okay,
plan is to learn how to play harmonica while I'm like waiting for battleground cues and shit.
Nice, because you will
That
be
works.
waiting a long
Yeah.
time for Battleground.
I'll have
Queues,
plenty of time.
because the game is very imbalanced, and I want to fucking yell forever about it. All right, that's the 10 minutes are up.
Yep.
So I'm done talking about it, and I will be done when this is ended.
I also got a fun little shaker that's shaped like a skull instead of the egg shape that they usually have.
So John, I don't know if I told you yet.
Okay.
And I have this in the doc, but I wanted to just tell you straight out. So you've mentioned that you've gotten one of the 2 newest Pokemon games. You've got the Pokemon Shield.
Child, yeah.
Yes. My store had a pre-owned copy of Sword, so I picked up that with my employee discount, with using a bunch of my points to pay for like $32 for it. So I have the other one, but I haven't started it at all. I mean, have you played a bit yet, or?
Have I played Shield? Yeah, so I played about 4 or 5 hours of Shield.
Okay.
Pretty big fan of it. I think people hate it for some reason. I don't fully get it. I know some of it is the Dexit thing. Can you But we explained that, I think, already. In
We explained Dexit, yeah. Just not every previous Pokemon's in the game.
I think it's kind of bullshit that people hate it so much. Like, it's not like it's a bad game.
It's the best-selling Pokemon game ever already. So if that's something,
Really, I mean, it's on like
Yeah.
one of the most best-selling consoles in all of
exactly.
Nintendo's past few years. So, but who knows?
I mean, and enough people got both versions. I mean, it's weird because you wouldn't think that people would need to have to get as many copies, because you can have 8 save files on a single copy because you can run a save file on each profile. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's still selling like hotcakes.
Maybe that's just a testament to like just how many Switch consoles are out there.
Yeah.
Because I know that's just been selling like gangbusters pretty
Mhm.
much since it came out.
So I think last podcast, shortly before the last podcast,
On the left.
There you go. Nintendo had that indie showcase that we talked about on the podcast. And
Nintendies.
Yes,
Yes, the Nintendies.
the Nintendies. No. Is it? I don't remember if it's from the Indies or if it's from the Game Awards. But I think during
Which
the Game Awards,
happened and everyone cared about, clearly.
no, not really.
Yeah,
Green
I
Day,
remember-
totally.
Iron.
I remember reading a bunch of articles about the Game Awards, and
Yep.
the articles were all like,
John got
sorry,
distracted.
I'm attacking a paladin. The articles were all just like what games were announced at the Game Awards, and not like what games
won.
won the awards. So
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
like,
I
what
think
is
that
the
was
point of this?
that was probably the big pull last year, though, was a
Mhm.
lot of announcements at the Game Awards. I
Mhm.
mean, even on the Nintendo side, that's when they announced their first actual DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, being Joker from Persona 5.
And
kinda made it-
Joker from Joker.
Yes, they're the same person, of course. One wears a mask and one wears makeup, but you wear both, and now you're in Smash Brothers.
And you dance down those stairs, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, you do the dance of madness. The whatever the meme was for a while.
I just saw a post on Reddit where a lady who lived
Yeah, I
right next
saw
to that alley recorded them shooting that from her window, and how awkward it just looked from that angle.
Yeah.
Then again, it looked awkward.
Well, I
in the
saw that,
actual
and
movie
then
scene.
I went to the comments, and somebody posted the actual scene, and
Mhm.
I haven't seen the movie yet, so I had never seen that scene before, and it has the very strange music choice in that scene.
Really? Oh, is it? It's
Yeah, it's
the
like
fucking-
jock jams shit, like
Yeah,
it's
the
rock and roll,
ba-da-da. Hey, ba-da-da-da.
which doesn't really sound like Spiraling Madness to me.
I don't know. It sounds pretty mad to me.
I mean, it's called Rock and Roll Part 2 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it's called.
It just sounds like
Or as all the pep bands in the world call it, the Hey song.
da da. Hey,
Hey!
yeah. It gave me great memories of jumping on my bed listening to jock jams, just waiting for Macarena to come up.
But
Macarena.
now that my head's back properly on my neck, and I've remembered that, yes, this announcement was during the Game Awards,
Thank you.
Epic Games has published a game that's been free to play for a while on, well, it's in open beta, but it's on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and during the Game Awards they announced it was available on Switch that day. And that's their kind of watered down Monster Hunter clone, Dauntless.
Oh yeah, that was I saw that was free to play on the Epic Game Store when I was looking at it earlier.
Yes. So I started playing it. I played it a little bit before I went down to visit Illinois, and then while I was down there, I also downloaded it on my Switch. Connected all my Epic Game stuff now to just one Epic username, except for the fact that I had an issue with my Xbox username. Now, when my kids play Minecraft on the Switch, sometimes, since the Minecraft Better Together requires that you log in with Xbox even when playing on another system, that way you get all your stuff that you've purchased and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I apparently was still logged into one of my kids' one of my daughter's Minecraft accounts, Xbox accounts. So when I took my main Epic Games account and I wanted to link my Xbox account to it, I thought it would take me to a page, have me log in, and then it would connect it. But no, it took the fact that it was already logged in and connected the wrong account. And when you disconnect an external account from an Epic Games account, it won't then let you connect a different username to it for that same system. So I've got to contact Epic Games support, even though I was only registered with that Xbox account for 15 seconds because I delinked it immediately. it won't let me actually do my real Xbox account to it. And I want to have Dauntless on all my systems, so I can just whatever system I have hooked up. I'm like, let me get a couple of hunts in real quick and go about my business. But yeah, as opposed to Monster Hunter or Monster Hunter World, where as you're going about from area to area, you're not just dealing with the monster you're hunting. You're dealing with a lot of other monsters and beasts that are getting in your way, and other ones you just have to kind of deal with as you go through it. Dauntless is more instanced, where you can get a either random or you can partner up with a party of 4, and then you get you actually take this airship and get dropped on one of these pieces of Earth that have shattered from the planet, and that's where these behemoths are that you're able to hunt, and then you're able to take those your hunting spoils and use that to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your armor, and use that so you can do better hunts.
Okay.
But again, same way as Monster Hunter, where there's a number of different weapon styles. You know, like a big hammer, big sword, spear, and every style plays differently. And sometimes, you know, this style is more conducive to being able to lap off monster parts, so you get these kind of items from it. This one's really good at crushing defenses. This one's really good at wounding the monster, so it takes more damage over time. So getting your party strategies worked out is just as important as you get into the later game as just being more powerful or better skilled. So it's free. It's on all platforms. It's cross-platform all platforms. Matt, please start downloading it. John, you do the same.
I will.
And we could do something with our Epic accounts again, because we're not doing Fortnite. I haven't played since Season 3.
Oh yeah.
Fortnite
That's why I
so
have
bad.
that thing installed on my computer.
Yeah, that is why.
What, Epic Game Store or Fortnite?
Epic Game Store.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, but that's the big reason I was trying to consolidate my Epic accounts, because I couldn't care less about the Fortnite progression. I just wanted to play the game, because there really wasn't progression that mattered. It was just, oh, you're doing the free version of the Battle Pass, so maybe you'll get this emote if you play 400 games in the next 20 days. Whereas this is like, I'm actually upgrading my character, I'm upgrading my weapon, upgrading my weapon experience, I'm getting additional monster pieces that I can use to upgrade more stuff. I'm getting cores, I'm getting mods. It's pretty fun. It's another one of those games where you're just watching the numbers go up.
Yes.
That sounds good.
I know I know that game.
The question is it World of Warcraft Classic? Because if it isn't, then I don't have time for it.
Look, you're going to be waiting in... After this,
Yeah,
you're going to be waiting in Warsong Gulch queues.
Yeah, and if you're waiting for 31 minutes, you can get 2 hunts in during that time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome John to the podcast.
We lost our game. It wasn't a pre-made that killed us immediately, so I actually got like 300 rep from that game, plus the 3rd token, so I got another 100, so I'm only 5,600 away now. Yay. Instead of 5,900 away.
Just to finish talking about Dauntless, I'm just going to read verbatim.
You don't get any rep for losing. It's such bullshit. You get 325 for a win.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. Did you want a participation trophy, you little snowflake?
I would like one.
Me too.
I helped.
So I'm just going to read this verbatim from our document.
Sorry, I'm done.
You guys got to get on Dauntless and play with me like I'm forcing you to do it. Get your asses back in your Epic accounts and do it, parenthesis, and link your Epic accounts to all your platforms, comma, 2, end parenthesis.
I don't know how to do that, but I will link it to the computer at least.
Yep.
I am signing into my Epic account as we speak.
I am logging. I mean, I'm signed in, and I have C Dauntless, and it says get free.
Yep.
So I'm loading my order right now, and I'm placing an order for $0.
Oh, no.
It's actually not hard to link your Switch and PS4 to it. You actually link it on the computer. and then just log into those platforms there.
I guess
then
I'll
when
install now.
And then when you get Dauntless on your Switch or PS4, it'll automatically see that you're linked to that username, and your Epic Games will pull with it.
All right, how big is the game?
What was it, like somewhere in the 12 gigabytes? I'm gonna look at what it is on my PS4. Storage.
I like that. I'm sorry. I just want to say, is Dauntless related to Paragon in any way?
Maybe, but it doesn't feel like Paragon, because Paragon was definitely Dauntless is 16 gigs on PS4, which is not bad compared to a lot of AAAs.
So I just want to mention that that when I tried to set it set up the path for install location in my Epic Games folder in my Paragon folder. So all right, so it's installing now. So it's been done.
I really wish I gave Paragon a try before it was gone.
Well, it's gone. I got a bunch
I
of
know.
free Paragon dollars. You know, some really shitty stuff. Let's talk about the Epic Game Store. So it's kind of trying to compete with Steam. So I've had a lot of free games. They've done some exclusivity deals with some new games, which is like kind of shitty, but not that shitty. You know, like people like to complain about it a lot, and it's like, okay, but it's just another program to log into. The thing that's shitty about it is that the store and their like launcher just aren't very good compared to Steam's.
Yeah.
So it's annoying to use. Like, for instance, when I installed it, it didn't tell me how big it was going to be.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just like, I don't know. I guess because I only have 60 gigs free in my internal hard drive. Oh,
60
60. I forgot.
on your
I
PC?
had an external hard drive, but it died.
Okay.
And I shucked it and put it inside my computer, and now it's an internal hard drive.
Okay.
But it's not my WD Black, my with the 7200 RPM, so it doesn't load games as fast. But I was like, oh yeah, it's actually a SATA drive now. It's no longer a USB 3 drive. But anyway, I was just like, oh yeah, I don't want to put it on my external drive, which I have like 3 terabytes free. But never mind. It's an internal drive now, so I guess I could put it on there, and it would be slower, but not, whatever. No, I have a lot of shit, man. Dude, I bought Modern Warfare for some reason. I have not launched it. I spent $40 on that because I was like, you know what? I wasn't as into World of Warcraft as I am now.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man. Well, it was on sale. It was 40, like Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday sale or something.
John,
and I heard it's good.
I need you to be honest with me for a second.
Yeah.
If for some reason you didn't have the World of Warcraft itch, like it's like you're even fiending for getting back to WoW right now.
Yeah, I am.
Would you launch Modern Warfare or Black Ops 4?
Oh, Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Black Ops 4 can go fuck itself. I already uninstalled it, even though I spent $100 on that fucking game.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I didn't because I got a free copy. But I bought the $40 pass.
Yeah.
So I spent $40. I ostensibly spent $100 if I wouldn't have gotten the game free. But it just started to get real shitty. Like I bitched about it in previous episodes where it was where it just got to the point where it was like, oh hey, we have our like battle pass to be like Fortnite, but the battle pass includes weapons in it that like make you, which tend to be the overpowered ones in the meta of the game for a while, and then after the like battle pass is over, they get nerfed back to like normal power, and it's like, so it really is like an incentive to get those quickly so you can play around with them, and then they go back to like not being great, and then they had also like additional, and the reason, well, not the reason I left, that's because World of Warcraft I started playing a bunch of, but the kick in the teeth that game had was, it was like, okay, we got loot boxes you can do the battle pass. We're going to put weapons in loot boxes that you can only earn via loot boxes. You can't earn via like getting tiers completed on the battle pass. I was like, that's such bullshit. Like,
yeah,
like I want to use that weapon, but I have to, the only way I can acquire it in game is via loot boxes.
This is getting to NBA 2K levels of insanity.
Yeah, well, and in Modern Warfare scaled it back because I think they saw the drop off in people playing the game, and they were like, you know what, maybe we should like do that. So they still have the battle pass,
But I think
but
it's
I'm
Battle Pass
fairly
seasons now.
yeah.
Where
So
they're gonna
well, that's
skip
what they
that.
did before. They did
Okay.
that before seasons, yeah. But I believe now that weapons, there are no weapons that aren't only they're only weapons. New weapons can be done in the battle pass. There isn't anything locked only in loot boxes.
Okay.
So you can earn them just by playing without paying extra. But you can pay extra and then you get them faster, basically.
Okay.
I think. And I got to read up on this battle pass because I don't want to have to buy it. But I don't have to because I'm paying $15 a month to play an old game that is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sorry. I just... People bitch about it and I bitch about it. And maybe I should just play retail and be done with it.
You fool.
Hey, Matt, if you got the itch for raiding, it's the same in retail now.
Nah.
Like when you get max level, like the skill cap is there, and like the collecting and numbers going up is there. I know because I raided in retail the previous 2 expansions.
The numbers just go up faster.
Nah,
It's
I'm
not
good.
that.
I'm good with
It's not that they
classic.
go-
I
it's
don't
not
need
that they go-
easy mode.
It's not they go fat. It's really not when you're doing the legendary tier stuff.
Once you get to the end game stuff.
When you
John's
get
right.
because just this is not a classic World of Warcraft thing, but like the way that they evolved it was, let's do it so the end game content can allow multiple levels of players. So you could have all max level, multiple numbers of players. So you can have but anywhere between 10 and 25, and it will scale the HP of the boss per the number of players you have to be balanced. So it was no longer like, oh, we can't have you this week because there's too many people. It was like, no, as long as you're less than 25, which is the max, you can get as many people in as you want.
And if you pop over 25, you split into 2 groups.
Exactly. And you can do a 10-man and a 25-man. But then, sorry, that is just like they split raids into like 12 tiers. So there's like Raid Finder, which is like the fucking pug scrub. I just want to see the fights and earn like my base level epic loot. That's like the epics, like the epic weapons. The other players are like, you got the green one. That's the one that losers have. I have the purple weapon. That's I'm sorry. That was too close to actually what it is. I have the glowing red sword. You have the glowing green sword. The glowing green sword is the one you get for the Raid Finder level dungeon. I have the heroic tier weapon version. And so that's what it is now, Matt. They're still there. Trust me. It's just not exactly the same. But then they have mythic and they have heroic level of raids. And I will tell you, we did heroic Garrosh and Pandaria just as difficult, if not more difficult, than doing Molten Core raids. I mean, like, so it is rewarding and good, but I think that it's completely different.
It's a different game
to get to that
Mm-hmm.
point, if that makes sense. So I think it's worth trying once, but I wouldn't because I'm now playing World of Warcraft Classic. As long as I can keep getting a spot in our guild.
Yeah,
we got too many warriors.
And
so.
you've sunk so much time in that you're stuck now. Or
goddamn sunk cost fallacy.
It would have all been a waste if you stopped playing now.
It's not even a sunk cost fallacy though, TJ, because it's not like that. It's literally we raid on a thing called DKP. Have you heard of DKP?
I know DKP.
So it's called Dragon Kill Points. It's from EverQuest, but you like get points for every like raid boss you down, and then you bid on items when they drop rather than like roll randomly.
Yep.
And I have like 800 DKP now, which is a lot. So I have enough to like bid on something really good. And nothing is dropping for warriors like lately. And so it's just been a real ball.
Have you tried becoming a druid or warlock?
I've been in 4 raids now, and there has been 0 warrior weapons drop except for a tank reserved weapon. So nothing I could have rolled on weapons wise. It's really annoying. So I don't know. So I'd like to keep going because Blackwing Lair will be coming out, which will be the next raid tier.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be really fun. And then what's next after that? That's why we're recruiting rogues now, because you need a lot of rogues for that, for the suppression room.
I've got
I
to
don't
keep
know.
playing because if I stop, they'll get another Shadow Priest, and I will never have a spot again.
Matt is in a spot in our guild where each guild has one Shadow Priest, because Shadow Priests increase the damage of increased shadow damage of the raid.
Yeah.
So Matt's DPS levels are meh. He has good Vampiric Embrace is good for keeping his group healed.
If
up,
if
like
I'm
raid
grouped with the
healing.
Warlocks, that's
Yeah.
good for giving them basically infinite mana.
Passive mana and healing, so that really helps them out. But so he's more of like a support DPS, if that makes sense.
My
Which is
DPS is always at like the bottom of the DPS.
I beat Matt when I was level
people
59.
and the
To be fair,
and
to
ahead
be
of
fair,
the and
Yeah.
ahead of all of the tanks is usually where I sit. And I
To be-
I had to get geared to get to that
Yeah.
spot.
to be fair, warriors are one of the highest DPS classes. So,
Yeah.
but at level 59, I was beating Matt. I was like halfway geared, and oh god, we can't talk about World of Warcraft.
Yeah, we can.
I was just about to go
Give
into
into the
an
dark side.
explanation of why it didn't make a difference what level I was, because the way that it calculates boss is it's your level plus 3. If they're skull, so the resistances don't change for me, so it's not like I'm a level behind on bosses. But regardless of all that, let's not get into that. We're done talking about World of Warcraft.
Matt.
Is my life now Dauntless will be our future life, clearly.
Yes.
Matt, what are you up to?
Tell me what you're watching while playing World of Warcraft. But
Well-
tell me what you're watching.
So
Oh, can we talk about how? Oh, we didn't talk about this. Can we talk about how this is how we are dealing with our queues? Because in the PvP in this game, the wait times are like 20 minutes between matches. What are you doing in your queues? Well, I've got stuff I've been watching, so I'll talk about it.
okay.
Okay.
Matt, but
Yeah, I'm watching stuff too, but I'll get to that later.
okay.
So basically, I'm living my life in like 24-minute increments where I queue up, and then like right now I'm working on trying to get my apartment cleaned up.
I set a timer on my phone for about 5 minutes less than what it says the average wait time is,
Yeah.
and then just
Okay.
go and do shit in my house.
So yeah, no, I bring up Steam Link on my phone so I see the game, and then I bring that with me whatever I'm doing, if I'm like doing dishes or doing laundry or like building something. And right now in my downtime I'm trying to build a drumming robot. So that's what I'm doing.
I see. So yeah,
This is a kick pedal.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Mine's somewhat similar. I won't talk about what I'm watching exactly. How do I get back to the call? Oh, there it is. I want to see your faces. I have been watching stuff in some of them, but mostly it's been cleaning my house.
Yeah.
So it's been just setting a timer, going, doing the dishes, setting a timer, going, doing the laundry, set a timer, go vacuum, for that, set a timer, go walk the dog for 20 minutes. Like, it's what I gotta do. So my experience playing this video game is doing something for 25 minutes and then playing the game for 5 to 25 minutes and then going and doing something for 25 minutes. So I actually was like, you know what? I should watch some movies. So I started watching stuff on Netflix because I was like, you know what? I gotta get caught up. I should be getting some media in because I'm getting behind on the discourse. I need to watch more Mandalorian, but
Yeah.
I haven't gotten too far into it.
Yeah.
I know the finale's out. People are kind of talking about it, but
Yeah, I haven't
don't know
seen
if
the
I'm gonna
finale
get around to
yet.
Watching it.
I'm gonna wait because Kristen was out of town, so I'm gonna wait until we can watch it together.
Oh, your significant other actually watches that with you. Mine could not give a shit about Star Wars things. So.
Really, even with Baby Yoda?
I mean, she likes the Baby Yoda memes, but honestly, I mean, I get it. It's an action show.
Yeah.
He's got
It's
the
a
merch.
Western.
It's really a Western. So if
Yeah.
you're not into that genre, like it's not gonna grab you. But yeah,
I think I like that show. I think that it's actually like really interesting and good, but it also I don't feel the urge to watch it.
It's good to binge.
I saw the first 3 episodes
I'm
up to the point where they leave whatever Tatooine planet they're on, and that's when I stopped watching. 'Cause I felt like the end of an arc. They escaped.
Oh, but did they?
They're being hunted. I know, but it's just it felt like enough of like the first act of the show ended there, and I was just like, all right, I'll just wait till it's all out and then watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely better watching a bunch of episodes in a row.
Oh, I saw.
It's
I
pretty
watched a lot of
annoying having
movies.
to wait week to week on it.
I saw another movie I watched.
But it's made the discussion a bit more interesting too. Now, on the other side of things, since you guys talking about living in 24-minute intervals or whatnot,
Mhm.
I know last episode I talked about Epithet Erased, and every episode's about that length of time. 6 of the 7 episodes are on YouTube now, so watch it. Like, do it.
It's on Verve. I can't watch Verve.
No, 6 of the 7 episodes are on YouTube. There's only 7 episodes of it.
But if I'm not getting that 7th episode,
You will. And they're going to release it. They did like a week on Verve, another week on Verve, episode 1 on YouTube, episode 3 on Verve, and then just kept it 2 episodes back.
yeah.
So
I might
the
do
7th
that.
episode's coming out in about a week.
I've been working my
Wait,
way.
So wait, what type of show is this? Like,
This is
I know you explained it, but I will say, watching the first episode here and kind of clicking around on it,
it is
the animation is extremely bad.
Yes, intentionally.
Yeah, that's like when I made an intentionally bad movie when I was in high school.
Or when
Yeah,
you
it was
rolled an
intentionally
intentionally
bad.
bad character in World of Warcraft.
But
Mhm.
here's the weird part. While it's intentionally bad animation, while it's an obvious parody, especially of My Hero,
Uh-huh.
it's very well written.
Okay.
It's very entertaining to watch, and it's going to swap between that whole cardboard cutout on a static background to top-down grid, top-down grid world where you only see character heads on squares.
Yeah. So like D&D, like grids.
Exactly. It's like a miniatures board.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's something I'll watch. I will say this though, TJ, as enticing as your offer has been, almost every television show is in 24-minute increments. So
Yeah, exactly.
so I could watch anything in
Which-
24-minute increments.
Which I've been staying up to date for the most part on My Hero season 4.
I haven't watched a single episode.
It starts a bit slow, but it gets really good.
Yeah.
I think
I'm good.
of the free with ads episodes, I think I'm 2 episodes behind. Make me about 3 episodes behind the current episode in Japan. But that you can watch on Verve with ads. Everything.
Well, I
except
think
those-
it's on Hulu still,
Okay.
so I can watch it with my Hulu subscription. But
Hulu's going to be sub too, right? Because Verve is sub as well. On that.
yeah, Hulu is subbed. They put the dubs out when they come out, but they have the subs the same day.
Yeah, Funimation. I think Funimation still gets like holds the subs in general, but they're still doing dubs. Sorry, they're still doing simul dubs, but it's just they only let 2 episodes free with ads, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
So I watched a Star Wars movie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Was it the newest one?
Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I rewatched it yesterday on Disney Plus.
Yes. Wait,
That's a
is
good
that
movie.
one on Disney Plus?
It was on Netflix until yesterday. when
Oh,
it moved
okay.
to Disney Plus.
So when I rewatched it, it was still I watched
it literally was
The
on
Force
Netflix earlier in
Awakens,
the weekend, and
and
I was
then-
like, "What?"
it brought me to a page that said due to pre-existing agreements we can't show you this. So I went to Netflix and watched it.
Yeah, so it's switched over to
Okay.
Solo is still on Netflix, but
Yeah, who needs it?
it was all right. I
I
liked
still haven't
it
seen
better
Solo
than The
yet.
Force Awakens, so I guess
Oh, really? I
Force
liked
Awakens
parts
is
of
boring.
Solo. I really liked Donald Glover's performance.
Yes, that movie is worth watching for him.
Yeah, even just like seeing Lando. So I also have Disney Plus, and I've been rewatching all of the Star Wars and Marvel and everything. And
Yep.
I rewatched Empire Strikes Back recently, and as soon as Lando comes on screen, it's like, wow, Donald Glover really nailed that. Like,
I know.
he
Yeah.
has all the mannerisms down.
He did such a good job. But no, I watched The Last Jedi, and someone had mentioned. There's a Twitter thread saying, "What was a movie that you didn't like the first time you watched it, and then you liked it more on the second and third viewing?" And The Last Jedi was 100% that movie.
Mhm.
Because the first time I watched it, I was just like, that was confusing. Like, why did you have a plot arc where everyone was lied to the entire movie, and then you learned about it at the end? And then that was annoying. But then when you know what it's going to be, you like catch on earlier and like understand why things are happening the way they're happening on the second viewing. That movie's really good. Matt, you saw the newest one though
Yes, I did.
in theaters.
I don't remember much from it.
Does it?
Why?
Does it feel complete?
Matt, you can't drink at the movie theater.
No, yes, I can.
You're throwing your money away.
No, like it felt so. The same thing happened with The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, where the more I rewatch them, the more I like them. Because for Star Wars, I want it to be this like nostalgic experience. So if I don't already know everything going in, it doesn't feel the same way. And I think that's going to happen with Rise of Skywalker as well. I don't know. There was some slow parts in the morning, or in the beginning of the film, where I just like didn't give a shit about what was happening, but it got there in the end, and everything was very pretty.
I think the problem I have with the Force Awakens, and what I'll probably have with Rise of Skywalker, is I really don't like J.J. Abrams as director.
Yeah.
I don't like his style of basically just yelling exposition while running towards the next objective with no breaks for anything. It just is like a MacGuffin fest of like, here's the next thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. Whereas like, that's not what any of the original Star Wars felt like. None of the first three, like there's not even a MacGuffin in the first one. It's just, you have to do the trench run, which is like a thing. That's a thing. Mm-hmm. Empire has nothing. Empire's just like everyone's dead or captured. And also the evil guy is your dad. And then Return of the Jedi has it a little
Muppets.
bit. But Return of the Jedi has one MacGuffin, which is, you know, like, so like in like The Last Jedi and other things, it's like, oh, we need to go get the code breaker to get you onto the Star Wars like ship, the Snoke spaceship, the super Star Destroyer, whatever the fuck ship he has that's like enormous. Mm-hmm. We need you to steal the code to get onto that. In Return of the Jedi, they're like, hey, some Bothans died, here's the code, go. Like, it's not like we have to have this exposition. It's just like, no, the important thing is on the ship. We don't need to show that. The nice thing about Last Jedi is that Rian Johnson uses the trip to the casino planet to kind of show you, oh, hey, the Empire and like is just like being funded by people that want money, and money is the real evil. And like, you know, the reason why we have hope is because there's people that are oppressed that will join us to overthrow the tyrannical government. Yeah. That's the point of that, not to get the code because they get captured anyway. And I think that people that didn't like that are like, oh, it's dumb because they got betrayed anyway. And it's like, no, the whole point is that they learned that it's not black and white, you know, that there's people making money off of both sides of this war. Like, anyway, it was too deep, I think, for like what you're looking for in your action movie, I guess.
I'm 12 and this is deep.
Yeah. It was also like stylistically very different, which it had to be, but it also felt jarring to be like, Star Wars aesthetic is like grimy and dirty, and then all of a sudden it's just this like super shiny planet.
Yeah. But then you see the grime and the dirt of it later when they get to the little animal pen, and there's
the horse dogs.
The like kids that are like imprisoned as slaves, basically, like Anakin was. But anyway, so speaking of
Rise of Skywalker,
I also saw Knives Out.
I saw that too.
sorry. Let's finish our Rise of Skywalker before we move to the next thing. I put that in, but I do want to see it. But I'm not like burning. To see it like I was.
It's fun. Like, it's a fun Star Wars movie. Good.
I like Adam Driver. I like Daisy Ridley. I heard that their characters are interesting and good in this new movie.
They are, yes.
I'm excited to see that. I guess they drag out Carrie Fisher's corpse a bit in this one.
Not really. They don't do like a CG. They just do like they had some stuff pre-shot, and then there's like a body double that will like be facing away from the camera or something.
I think it's really interesting too because The Last Jedi came out in 2017, and Carrie Fisher had passed when that movie came out. Correct?
Yeah,
she died in 2016.
Yeah,
so it was a year after she had died, and her character dies in that movie and then comes back. They should have just had her die.
Well, I don't know. I think they were just like, okay, we already really killed off Han Solo, and we have it written that Mark Hamill dies. So
everybody dies. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Oh wait, J.J. Abrams will bring it back. That's what it seems like I've heard is this new movie.
A little bit, no. Like I think
a little search for Spock.
Would it have been so bad if both Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher's characters died in The Last Jedi, and there's no one left? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, like the whole point is like this is a new cast. Like I like John Boyega. I like all these actors a lot.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know, and I will say that the original actors are like my least favorite part of the new movies because just
that is 100% my least favorite part of the
movies. It reminds me of the relentless march of time and how I'm slowly turning to dust.
Yeah,
it's like oh god,
die.
Matt, tell me about the new droid.
It is so it speaks words, but they managed to do it
blasphemy.
They managed to do it in a way that is not super annoying because it only says like probably less than 10 words throughout the whole thing. I'm a fan. I was skeptical at first, but it's a little cone-headed dude on a wheel, and I thought that was neat.
Is it pronounced Dio? Is it pronounced Dio?
It should be
Dio, because that's all of the memes I'm seeing. It's just replacing Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I will say one thing I really appreciate about, at least some decision making that was made on the new trilogy is the practical effects of BB-8, and I'm assuming Dio is the same way.
Yeah.
And Yoda being the puppet Yoda instead of the awful CG Yoda.
So BB-8 has a couple of different versions. One is a puppet, and one is a like actual remote control. I don't think you can have an actual remote control Dio because it's just like a flat wheel. But so I would guess that they probably just puppet that most of the time.
But I just hate like the use of CG instead of practical effects when you can. Yeah. Like that's why Chewie looks awesome, because he's a guy in a costume. If Chewie was CG, it wouldn't look nearly as cool. That is what is so cool about a lot of the Star Wars aliens, is that they're like, you know, the Mon Calamari people. Can we talk about The Last Jedi, Admiral Akbar just being offed? Yeah. like, because like they're on the Mon Calamari cruiser, and then the bridge gets blown up.
John, you've gone robot-y for me.
What?
Hold on.
Admiral Akbar. When you heard how the slowest people live, but
TJ, can you hear John?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
It's going in that.
You're very robot-y. You've become a robot. TJ's disconnected. Did Discord just completely shit itself?
Hey, can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think Discord fucked up because my internet's fine. I hear TJ is scraping around. I don't know if he can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I think Discord exploded. So what was the last thing I said? The practical effects?
Yeah, and then you just went robot-y.
I just appreciate it more because, like, that's one thing that's great about Star Wars is that They have all these.
Oh
like,
no,
fantastic-
no! This is what you were talking about. Admiral Akbar dying.
Oh yes, okay. So Admiral Akbar is, was a practical effect in the original. I don't know if he is in the Last Jedi, but he's just in the background. But it's like, why did they have to make that guy Admiral Akbar? Like, some of the problems I guess I have mostly with the new Star Wars movies is that, and then maybe that's why I like the Last Jedi the most, because it feels the least like this. But it feels like a lot of those movies are run through a lot of committees where people will have checks on the creativity of the directors and writers, which makes it feel like all the edges are rounded a bit.
Yeah.
Whereas The Last Jedi didn't feel that way. Like, that movie felt like it had some sharp edges to it, which I appreciated.
That definitely was the case with Solo, because
Yeah.
the directors got fired and they brought in Richie Cunningham, who
Yeah. Well,
is like notorious for just like towing the studio line
yeah.
and just doing
Richie,
whatever.
you could call him by not even his first role's name.
I
Wait,
couldn't
you mean
remember
Opie?
what
Wait,
his
you
human
mean
name
Opie?
was. Opie
Was it
Anthony.
Opie? No, he was Opie on
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith's show. And he
Yeah.
was a small baby. But
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
That's
yes.
the one.
But he's
Bryce Dallas Howard's dad.
Yes, Bryce Dallas Howard, star of the worst Jurassic Park movies, except for the third one.
Also, I think she directed an episode of The Mandalorian.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
she's a
good for
director.
her. That's good. We need more women directors, and I'm not joking. Like, seriously, it's really awful that they don't get the recognition they deserve. Golden Globes again. No women directors were nominated this year. Again, a year after Natalie Portman said, "Here are your all-male nominees," when they announced the nominees, and I guess they didn't get the hint. It was pretty badass, but that like, I guess to me that moment where they kill Admiral Akbar was, oh, we gotta like throw a name in so people recognize something, like, where it's like it could have just been like, it was 30 years after the original trilogy. Like, there are more than just one of that alien. There's a whole planet.
But
Like,
would it have been better? And maybe this was the
because
original plan
Leia
where
fucking
Leia
got almost
dies.
killed, so that was the important part.
Well, like, okay, so maybe the plan was that the bridge explodes and that's all of the old guard out. And then somebody was like, no, you can't kill all of them. Okay, we'll bring Leia back.
Yeah. But I guess Rian Johnson's just like laughing his way to the bank because he made a fuck ton of money off of that Star Wars movie, and it holds up.
Yeah.
And then he made
He made Knives Out,
which has been
where
doing extremely well in the box office as well.
and the kid, the alt-right kid, is based on all of the people that were bitching about him online for the Star Wars stuff.
That movie, if you haven't gotten a chance to watch Knives Out, though, it is so good. And Rian Johnson is an incredible filmmaker. 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, even.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was very good.
Whereas the new Star Wars Rotten Tomatoes is 55. Last Jedi, I think, was 92, which was the highest rated of the new trilogy.
Yeah, that
According-
sounds right.
It's just interesting. He's like, no, he's honestly, I wish the whole trilogy would have been his, because I think it would have been different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or they should have given it all to JJ, and then it would have been, people wouldn't have been butthurt about a female main character or something.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
people hate. I don't know. But anyway, Knives Out is a must watch if you like fun, like comedies, and you like mystery movies, because it's like just so funny and so good. Like the mystery he weaves.
It's like a cross between an Agatha Christie novel and a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. And like I really like Rian Johnson's like story of like how he came to be like a director and stuff. Just how he was very much like a real big fan of like Star Wars and all this stuff, and he like did like, directed Brick, on a really shoestring budget, and like he had his I think a lot of his family worked on that movie with him and everything, and it's like now he's like doing great stuff. Like, and he did Looper, and he did The Last Jedi and Knives Out, and they're all really good. And like he directed some episodes of Breaking Bad, I guess. Was it like pouring out? Just sounds like heavy rain.
Well, here it was sleeting for a while.
It's December 28th. You know what that means? Pouring rain.
Yeah.
December showers bring January flowers.
I guess. It's just been really rainy out.
If you guys would like to sit down and listen to a story,
I would.
I have a Byte subreddit of the week, but I'm not going to tell you the subreddit until we're done with the story.
All
I
right.
just grabbed a story from it.
Is it r/childfree? Because I've been on that
It
lately.
is not. I've not been there for a while.
It's bad. There used to be a Twitter account that had the worst of, but then it got shut down somehow.
All right. So this is going to be posted by user I Fall Up the Stairs a Lot. And the title is Caught Managers Stealing, Ended Up with a Hefty Raise.
Okay. I have an idea what subreddit this is.
Okay.
Me too.
Yep. This happened a few years ago. When I was 16, I got my first job working for a franchise-owned pizza place. I worked there until I was 24.
Let's say it's Domino's.
Yeah. When I was 19, I received the shift leader position and got a 30-cent raise.
Fucking franchises. We're going to put this teenager in charge of a shift and give him, like, what, $7.90 an hour instead of $7.40 an hour.
Yeah.
Our store was pretty slow, and we only had a handful of employees there, so I understood. One day, the franchise owner comes in when I'm running my shift to tell me I would be getting a new manager. The franchise owner gave me his personal number and said if I needed anything, to call him if the new manager had any problems. So the next day, I'm working my 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. shift. Wait, 10? What? Holy
A 2-hour
fuck.
shift?
No, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. is 14 hours.
Oh, fuck.
And the new manager comes in. We'll call him Stan. We talk a little more, and he asks why there isn't an assistant manager. I let him know we probably don't make enough to pay an assistant manager. He said he would worry about that, and he left. I jumped to the conclusion that he was going to make me the assistant. Wrong. I closed that night and had to come in at 4 p.m. the next day. When I did, Stan was there with a girl I've never seen before wearing one of our uniforms. He said it was his roommate, Wendy. She had never worked for a pizza place before, but she just lost her job. He hired her as the assistant manager and completely changed my schedule and severely cut my hours. Oh, and guess who had to train her? Yep. Before Stan and Wendy, I worked 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. 4 days a week, then 4 to close on 2 other days. Holy fuck, this guy worked a lot. 14 hours a day, 4 days a week, it's 56 hours. And then 4 to close, it's probably another 16 hours on top of that.
I don't think those numbers can be right.
I don't know. Well, it's possible they close earlier during the week, so who knows. Now, I just had 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. 5 days a week. No more overtime. That severely hurt me financially, but I sucked it up. This place was pretty much in my backyard, and I loved my job before all this mess. The next couple of weeks were okay, except we are coming up short every night that I close. Usually no more than $10, but that's a lot. And it was coming back on me because I'm the one who does the nightly inventory, paperwork, and deposits. I brought the shortage problem to Stan, and he told me if it kept happening, he would start taking it from my check. Illegal. Yeah.
Yes, very illegal.
I had never stolen a penny from this place, and I felt pretty attacked. He says he wasn't accusing me, just letting me know what he would have to do. I said fine. Every day from now on, when I close, I want to do a shift change. A shift change is basically counting down the drawers, which would help figure out where the shortages are coming from. He agrees. The very next day, I go in at 4 and start clocking in, and all that fun stuff before Wendy leaves. I look at the order screen for the day to see how well we did for lunch money-wise, and I notice something. It said at 12, a customer, just happened to be one of my regulars, called and ordered 10 pizzas for pickup. It said the order was canceled. They had never canceled before, so I was concerned. Quick side note, I feel like I was being more of a manager than both of mine put together. By the way, I was in the back office counting the drawers. Wendy was covering the front. I pick up the phone and call the customer from earlier. I didn't ask why he canceled. I asked how his experience was today since we had a new manager. He said it was fine, except she needed to learn how to work the credit card machine. Apparently she told him she could only take cash. He said he left, went to the ATM, and came back and paid $80 in cash for the pizzas. He said other than that, everything was fine. I asked to confirm, and he said he most definitely didn't cancel. I think I see where this is going.
Double
Yeah.
dipping.
Yep.
So here's one possibility. The credit card machine did go down, and she could only accept cash, so she canceled the order in the computer until he came back and paid. She just forgot to ring it up again. That would be harmless. Instead, I think she's stealing. I knew if I went to Stan, he wouldn't do anything about it, so I call our franchise owner.
Because
Eric.
they're like fucking.
Yep.
Like that's what it is. I mean,
Yep.
he brought his friend in and made her manager. Like
Roommate.
roommate.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
I ask his opinion, and he says he thinks I'm right. The franchise owner, we're calling Eric now.
Yeah.
So he tells me what to do. First, I wasn't allowed to say a word about it to Stan or Wendy. He said let Wendy leave and finish out the day as usual. He said if she's not stealing, you will come up $80 over at the end of the night. If she's stealing, we should break even. I finished counting. We were $1 short. Side note again, if this is hard to follow, I'm so sorry. The next day,
I'm riveted.
Yeah. Oh, this is lovely.
I want to know what's happening.
The next day is when the magic happens. I go in at 4 as usual. Wendy is there waiting for Stan to pick her up. Then Eric walks in. He tells her to follow her to the office and tells me to send Stan back when he gets here. Stan comes in and asks why Eric is here. I shrug and tell him he's wanted in the office. Maybe 20 minutes later, Stan walks out, brushes past me, and gets in his car. Wendy comes out next and tells me she hopes I'm happy. Eric hadn't come out of the office yet, so I went back there to talk to him. He said in 3 weeks they stole over $1,000 between them, and he would have never known if it wasn't for me. He then says, "Oh, you're the new assistant manager. I'm going to give you $13 an hour, and we will consider more after a preliminary period." $13 an hour. I was making $8.50 before this.
Oh, I was right. I was so close to that number. And I felt really low.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
Yep.
he could be living in a rural area where rent is very cheap because, there's probably Pizza Huts in my small high school town where you can get rent is $300, $400 a month for an apartment. So that's not crazy. But someone making that little money, making this really good decision, you're not earning enough. This is above your pay grade, but you're doing it anyway because you're a good person.
Yep.
Anyway, that's a big bump, but he deserves it clearly.
So I found out something interesting about OP, and you will in one sentence.
Okay.
I stayed a few more years after this and left to do the mom thing. OP's female. It's all right. I actually miss it sometimes. That's all right. Wendy and Stan Facebook stalked me for a couple of months after. It was pretty hilarious. If you read all that, you're a trooper and thank you. Hope this fits here. Too long didn't read. New assistant manager and manager were stealing. I caught it, got them both fired, and a promotion with almost $4 raise. She didn't do the math right. That was a $4.50 raise, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's almost $4. It's more than 4.
Yeah, exactly. So, that being said, which subreddit is this?
What's the title of the post again?
Caught managers stealing, ended up with a hefty raise.
I'm going to call it retail wins or something.
Now, I read this with you guys, so I only saw the heading. It was 37 minutes before I clicked it when I put it up here, so I didn't know if it fit the subreddit perfectly, but it was all right. It was a little bit off, I think, for what the true subreddit is.
I think this is retail hell or something.
So my initial impression based on the title was r/confessions.
Okay.
But she didn't do anything wrong, so I'm going to go with r/justice porn.
See, it would fit more in there, or in a way, I think it would fit somewhere between petty revenge and pro revenge.
Yeah.
But this is one of my new favorite subreddits that I've been stalking for a while. This is r/malicious compliance.
Malicious compliance.
Which sadly, other than listening to what her what the franchise owner said, she didn't really maliciously comply to something. That's like doing something to the letter of the word that was said,
right,
but not to the spirit.
So this is the I was only following orders subreddit.
Yes.
But following the bare minimum of the orders to get your revenge.
usually it's in a way that kind of like nails assholes to the wall. But yeah, so r/malicious compliance. So this isn't probably a starring story, but I wanted a long one, so I picked this one.
You took us on a journey, and we're
Yes.
richer for having experienced that journey.
John, do we have time for one of your ships?
My ships?
Yeah,
I do.
one? Yeah.
All right, let's do the r/channel 3 because I'm on a rant now. I've got a couple of Reddit ships. We've got. I'll let you guys pick amongst them. Let me get them loaded up, and I'll give you the headlines, and you can say which one you want. My 24F partner 26M becomes weirdly confrontational in his penguin onesie.
Okay.
My 36F husband 35M of 4 years got us into an accident from staring at tits on a billboard.
Okay.
And am I the asshole for replacing myself with my twin brother at my in-laws' Christmas Eve party to see if I'm noticed?
I'm going to go with
Penguin
the
suit.
first one. Yeah, penguin.
Yeah.
All right. The penguin suit it is. Okay, so this is, I think, Halloween related. So this is a bit old. This is I gathered this one a while ago and we never got to it, but this is Halloween based. So my 24F partner 26M becomes weirdly confrontational in his penguin onesie. 2 weeks ago, me and my partner went to a Halloween party, and he came home. I want to screen share this for the Twitch viewers. So give me a second to get that, because there's an image that goes with this. So I don't. Oh, you've seen the image. I ruined it. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, me and my partner went to a Halloween party, and he came dressed as a penguin. It was a really fun party, and we got pretty drunk quite quickly. We talked to different people, but anytime he would come over to say hi to me, he'd be quite rude and dismissive, but in like a joking way, which made me laugh quite hard since he looked ridiculous in his stupid penguin onesie. It was this one, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So just your bro penguin costume for like Halloween. So I look really stupid in that. And I also have to mention this must be from the UK. I don't know who runs the Reddit ships account. They must be like UK based or something. I don't know. Because they link it's a UK website that's selling it. The next day we reminisced about the night and how funny it was of his act of being a dick in the penguin suit. He was like, that was funny, being the jerk penguin. Anyway, since the party, he occasionally started wearing the onesie at home. Oh, no. He said because it's comfy. But anytime he'd wear it, he'd also start acting like a douche. In the beginning, I found this was really funny, but it's getting old and frustrating now. Because he wouldn't break character even if I tell him how annoyed I'm getting. He demands that we have fish sticks for dinner twice a week. And of course, he will wear his dumb onesie while eating it. He thinks it's hilarious, but it just pisses me off. I'm getting more and more angry at him, and the last time he pulled the act, I even started yelling at him. I'm not sure if he has some repressed frustrations towards me that he expresses passive-aggressively in this onesie, but I can't get him to talk seriously to me about this. He acts like I'm overreacting. How can I make him have a serious talk with me about this? We've been dating for 1 year and living for 1 month together, and it was fantastic in the beginning, but the whole situation is making it uncomfortable to live with him. What are your guys' thoughts?
Okay, so you're going to need an orca onesie.
This guy just wants to fuck in the penguin suit.
Maybe.
I think there might be some. I'm going to use the wrong term because it's a bird, but there might be a little bit of furry fetish there. In terms of he really is into that kind of role play, that kind of.
Yeah.
You've got a penguin from Batman gift there. That's great.
But also, like the fact
Yeah.
that he takes on this kind of aggressive personality is almost kind of like a
Maybe the
Dr.
boyfriend's
Jekyll
just
and Mr. Hyde kind of like, now I'm free to express this shit that's really been pissing me off about you.
Maybe the boyfriend's just a dick,
Yeah.
and this is just him being
I
himself.
got a response
Is
here.
he really into
top
Linux?
upvoted response. He's really into Linux, yeah. He's good. Loves the penguin. So we got the top voted response here on Reddit. Actually, this one wasn't taken down or anything. This is Landho54. And I wonder if that's like someone like approaching land, or it's just a slutty woman who's
just a slutty,
who's
like
on land.
someone who just really fucking loves land.
So anyway, this person says, this is with almost 900 points, so heavily upvoted. I've seen this before. It's weird as hell, but I once witnessed a group of people in costume come into the restaurant me and my friends were at on Halloween. They were rude, awful, gave the waitress a terrible time, just generally assholes. Then they took their masks off when the food arrived, and it was like a switch had been flipped. They started talking Little League games their kids were in and all about next week's barbecue. Apologized to the waitress and our table if they'd been too loud. Left a great tip, went outside, put their mask backs on, and started giving passerbys a hard time. Sometimes people feel safe acting a certain way if they can maintain the illusions of themselves. It's not me doing this. And that's what I would expect might be going on here. But you do not and should not have to put up with this or play along with it. You need to sit him down calmly outside of the house, tell him you're concerned because he's wearing the suit and how he behaves is beginning to feel like a compulsion or something not healthy in your relationship. This is she's going too deep into this. I don't think that that's going to help. Ask him why he feels the need to do this and if he can't get over it, and the joke has run its course. Yeah, that's too much. Like,
I mean,
he's doing it for the lulz, and it's not
Yeah.
funny anymore. So just tell him that, and if he's a good person, he'll stop.
But
That's a bit. I mean, I feel like it's like, oh, he can act like a dick because he's in a costume.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
playing a character. He's not being himself, the good boyfriend. But it's the same to her.
But the commenter, her story was kind of the assholery of anonymity.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
someone becomes anonymous, they just become dicks.
Yeah.
Just the absolute worst of the worst.
Well, because there's no repercussion to you being a dick.
Fuck.
That's the internet. That's Twitter.
Yeah, that's 4chan. That's
Isn't
Infinite
technology
Chan,
great?
That's god damn it.
So can we talk about let's head on down to John's awful Facebook cringe dungeon.
Come on,
Oh,
Solar
God
Flare.
damn it.
We're waiting.
No. I do want to talk about that just minorly, but that is a thing that I've done.
Yeah, you
recently.
should plug that so that like people will join the Discord server and
Yes.
witness
I need
the
to keep up with
horrifying
it.
shit that you subject us to.
Well, so like on Facebook, .com, the hell website, facebook.com.
Facebook.com.
I don't want to dox myself, so I won't put the screen share up, but I have joined a
John
couple. You want to
John
join
is
some subreddits? Sorry, go
John
ahead.
is a secret boomer at
Yes.
this point.
No, what I am is I'm a double Asian boomer.
You're role
So-
playing as a boomer on the internet.
Yeah. So I've actually joined a couple. So, okay, I just want to explain. This is how you use Facebook correctly.
You realize it's only a matter of time before you start LARPing as a boomer as well, right?
So I feel like I am already. Facebook groups. So the key to making Facebook good is like Facebook's kind of shitty. You know, it's like run by a guy who's like secretly like, you know, like helping the Russians meddle with politics and whatnot. It's just bad. Like it's a bad company. It's a bad thing. You know, you just see people from high school post dumb shit, or like people that you thought were cool and funny post really bad memes that aren't funny anymore, and you're like, oh, you suck. Or just like cross post a bunch of garbage. Like it's not good anymore. So I've just decided to like, you know, take the words of Sheryl Sandberg and lean in to the awfulness of Facebook. And I have joined a couple.
Follow the
one of
fear,
my
John.
favorites. One of my favorites is the private group Landlord Roundtable, which is like a dystopian nightmare of people bitching about their tenants, and sometimes it's really basic shit that's like some of it's like really heartless. Like, oh, should I kick out my parents who are renting their house that I bought from them on Christmas? And everyone's like, no. But like some of it's just like, I don't know. It's like a real like disconnect. Like people just bitching about tenants.
I love
You
the
know?
one about the guy that removed somebody's Bernie Sanders
Yeah.
sign and then was wondering why
It's like-
they tried to
Oh
remove
my
his
God.
Trump sign.
Yeah, so they live at that one's like they live in a duplex, so they like share a wall and they each have like their own front yard, and the guy was putting Bernie up in his yard, the other guy was putting Trump up, and the guy who owns the property is like, I'm removing this sign because you're a Bernie supporter, and then the guy like tried to remove his Trump sign and he got mad at him. It's like, dude,
He was like, but why would they do that?
yeah, it's like, dude. Anyway, but actually I've like somewhat become super into this subreddit because it's a lot of like tips on like home renovation. It's just like, hey, I
That's how
have
they
a
get
problem.
you.
With, like, I have a problem with these like wood tile panels. They're not matching up. Anyone have a product suggestion to fix this? I'm like, oh, I actually want to know about this. Like, oh, some wood filler. That seems good. So it's like turned into that. But I'm still in there for looking at the hell. That one isn't as much of hell though. I was expecting it to be more hell, but like 90% of the posts are like, what rental property management software are you using? Like, and so that's not as fun. The ones that are good choice, chef's kiss, are laugh of the day. So private Facebook groups, they're all about like telling jokes because it's 90% just like fucking minion memes, like really bad like people of Walmart photos. Like the comments that people post on these are like just like, I'm in another Facebook group called Comments Without Context. That's just a bunch of people like me that go on these awful pages and just post the most ridiculous comments that people leave on some of these posts. But they're all just like I would say like 90% of them are literally, I hate my wife, Father, I cannot click the book. Like it's like so obvious, like boomer humor. It's amazing. Which I love because it's ridiculous. And like really bad things. And I share some of my faves on our Discord, which is YOLO420.com/born in the 80s. But anyway, laugh of the day, I knew it was good. I knew it was in for a treat when I signed up to join it and asked me if I was easily offended as one of the questions. And I know I'm in a good group if they're worried about that. So I've joined that. It's really bad. It's hell, but it's really funny and I've appreciated it. It is difficult. I know Spanky said that he could not handle that, and I could see that. But there are some posts that you read where you lose all hope for humanity with some of the comments.
Yes.
But then,
especially when you realize their vote counts for just as much as yours.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going robot-y again.
Oh,
I think Discord's shit in the bed. So in short, John's a boomer.
So Discord has ruined us again. So anyway, no, it's just a lot of really bad. Like it's so like it's mind-boggling. Like there's just so many like really bad. Like what is it called? What's the meme thing? Like toaster memes or the like really burned out images. Like when things get copied lots of times.
Fuck, what's that called?
It's what is
I don't know. I just say too much JPEG.
No, but there's like a literal subreddit for it.
Surreal memes.
What?
I think surreal memes usually end up looking like that.
No.
Oh, what is it called? Oh my god, it's like called like hot. Like fuck. But you know what I'm talking about when like JPEGs get copied like 100 times.
Yeah.
They just get this like
compression
burning,
artifacts.
like but they look like they're on fire almost. Like because it's just like the colors just get so like warm, through it.
Yeah.
God, fuck! It's called like burning. Fuck! I thought one of you would know it. God dang it!
I don't offhand. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's like deep fried meat. Oh, it's deep.
It is deep fried memes. Yes, that's it.
I knew it had something to do with deep fried memes. Yeah, and that's like what so much of the they eventually turn into is just like deep fried memes. Good. So that's laugh of the day. It's garbage. It's probably one of the worst ones I've been on. I mean, most of it's just really like dumb, like photos, like a photo of like a hot chick, and then they're like, here, I'll just post one. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm gonna make sure I got the screen blocked off. But like, this is not too hot for Twitch, but we're gonna look at it real quick. But it's like shit like this. It's like fucking old boomer meme shit, like. I said, give me one reason I should go fishing. And she says, does this. This girl does like a splits. This like chick with giant boobs does a splits.
Like some yoga
and then all
position.
the reactions are like, oh, I wouldn't let her be near me. Like, it's just like fucking, this has 700 comments. Like,
well, yeah, John, boobs. Come on. You saw how much they hate their wives.
Oh my God. Anyway, it's just, oh shit. Sorry, I found a deep fried meme just below that one. But anyway, like, I mean, my favorite though are like the fucking holy trinity of deep fried and then like two separate watermarks on it. So like watermarked it, and then like the ultimate holy trinity is like the two watermarks, and then like the image smaller with like emojis around it. So it's been like copied 3 times, and somebody's like done that. I love it though, because there's like, and that's how I find new Facebook groups, because there'll be like memes that are shared on here are like r/funny jokes or just like Facebook/funny jokes only page, and I'm like, I gotta follow that now and see all the terrible shit that they put on. So that's one that I do. I have a good one for if you're a Spanky and you want good stuff. You want to have a fun on Facebook, but not feel triggered because it's awful, terrible shit they post on there. There's a meme that I'm in called Coffee Humor. It's a public group. And it's just really lame memes about coffee. And like, I think I shared one of them on the Discord, but like really bad GIF images of like saying like, I love my coffee. Like, it's wholesome and sad.
The first one you have in the John's Awful Facebook Meme Cringe Dungeon on our Discord at yellow420.com/born-in-the-80s is a Sylvester meme, back when Tweety things
yes.
were the thing. And it's I taught a coffee cup, which doesn't make sense because that's a Tweety thing to say.
Yeah. But that's what it is. Like it's just really like wholesome coffee memes.
Oh,
like,
and
more wholesome.
Oh, the last one is like Mickey and Minnie dancing around a coffee cup.
Yeah, Mickey is emerging from boiling coffee, I think, in that one. So
yes,
another good one I am in that maybe just local for us is the Wisconsin Quick Trip Enthusiast Club. It's
I'm gonna have to join that. I did get a Quick Trip gift card for Christmas. So.
I love me some Quick Trip. I got some up here too.
I'm gonna share a meme for the audience on this one, but it's just like Quick Trip related memes, and I can describe it. Wow, the screen share is broken.
Oh, it happens. Discord's been exploding.
Let's try it. Is that working?
Yeah, you were there.
All right, here we go. So it's a Avengers Endgame meme. And the 5 Infinity Stones for the Quick Trip cashier is, hello, do you have any fuel? Have a rewards card. Thank you. See you next time in suggestive sell. And if you have all 5 of those as a Quick Trip cashier, you're powered up. I think most of the people in this account are people that work at Quick Trips.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, and someone posted about the Madison Quick Trip that is in a like apartment complex, like first floor, and it's just a convenience store. There's no gas, so I think it probably used to be PDQ, but it's like mostly people that work at Quick Trip posting about stuff.
Didn't Quick Trip buy all the open pantries too?
I think so.
Did you see that the FDA just raised the legal age?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that for smoking. 21. I think they should make it 30. Make drinking 30 too.
John, you're back.
What the fuck? When did I stop?
FDA raised the legal age and you froze.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Discord's being a real bitch right now, but it's like it's trying to compete with Google Plus's terrible or Google Hangouts terribleness. No, the signed into law Friday as part of that federal government spending agreement is that minimum age to purchase tobacco products is now 21. So you can't buy cigarettes if you're 18 anymore.
And here's the thing. That was going to be, I know in Illinois they were debating that and it was going to be a tiered thing. It was going to work its way up, but now federally, whatever.
Yep. That was, it will be taking effect in 9 months. So if you're 18, get your cartons bought now. Or stop smoking.
Just get that sweet vape juice.
Vaping is also part of this.
Yeah,
ban.
all tobacco.
Yeah, I know, but stock up,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Get some gallons. I got my Igloo cooler full of vape juice back here.
I got my gallon of vape juice and my gallon of PCP. So anyway. I found this website, deepfriedmemes.com, where you can just cheat and make deep fried memes, and it will apply 200 iterations of JPEG compression to your images, and it is an art form. It is an art form for our time.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Exactly.
Oh wait, I didn't do that YouTube video properly. Hang on. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
So, John, after this, I'm going to take a screenshot of my waiting in queue and JPEGify it, and that'll be our episode image. And it'll completely encapsulate the entirety of this episode.
Thank you. I really would say, though, the Quick Trip Enthusiast website is really good and wholesome because it's mostly just people talking about all the fun things you love about Quick Trip.
Yeah.
That's nice.
How you can get fresh bananas there.
Yeah. Someone put the iWork construction starter pack, and it's a 4 a.m. Quick Trip to get Tylenol and Monster Energy. There it is. We got some Baby Yoda memes. Walking into Quick Trip with $2.59 for my cheesy breadsticks. Some good stuff. Anyway. That is my memes. That is my life. I got to get back to the AV queue. I feel like we're
let's
wrapping up.
Wrap this up so I can.
I'm actually logging into World of Warcraft now.
I can't do that until the podcast is over. So you, damn it.
What?
I'm gonna start popping up.
Dauntless.
No, I'm gonna pull up Verve because I need to see where I'm at My Hero.
Oh, I could watch an episode of My Hero. That's what I could do in my giant breaks between AV. Is watch all of the episodes of My Hero Academia that I'm behind on. Seems like a good plan. But I think if we got the music, that's an episode for us. So,
the website is thesexnumber.com. But join us on our Discord. YOLO420.com. That's YOLO420.com.
I forgot to. I forgot to.
The 80s.
Yeah, I forgot to mention a thing that I've been doing during my queue times is updating the BornInThe80s.net website to have all of the episodes on it.
About freaking time. I've been wanting to see
putting them on. So I think it's up to like 372 now. And so there's only, I think, 3 missing. I put the Christmas episode up on time,
now I need you guys to go to Twitter. That's at MayofMay84 on Twitter.
Yep.
Go ahead and like and retweet my my nose plucking tweet.
Why? I was off put by that tweet.
Please like my nose hair plucking tweet.
Is that like the new pimple popping?
Maybe.
I went to May of May, and it's this Korean person. I don't know what's going on with that.
Done. I'm done.
You can find me on Crom Crush, usually in the Alterac Mountain region. Or
I saw Matt today, and I waved at him.
Yeah, I saw you, but I was away from my computer. Also, like YouTube I do stuff on YouTube. And I'm making a robot that plays drums, so you could probably find progress pictures of that on
TJ,
my
I
Instagram.
can't find your tweet. I found it.
Okay, thank you.
I retweeted it for you. There you go. I'm on the hell website, twitter.com, John_Danger.
And now that I'm done traveling, also follow me at twitch.tv/mayofmay.
Yeah.
You should stream some Dauntless then, or can
stream
you even
some
do that?
WoW, TJ?
I can stream that right from the PS4.
You should stream some World of Warcraft, TJ.
I gotta install it on this crappy laptop, and I don't know how well it's gonna run.
TJ going level 30 to 60 in 48 hours. The streamathon.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, right. I could do that in retail. I can't do that in classic.
No.
All right.
48 hours from 30 to 60.
But if you wanted to start up again, pre-Blackwing Lair is a good time, I've heard.
Can I tell you one thing about my life? Is that my slash played on this one character for World of Warcraft Classic is 15 days, 14 hours.
I don't look at that number.
15 days since August 23rd.
So,
whew,
I'm unemployed now and playing a lot more. And I'm not even close to the top player in our guild, and I don't understand how that's possible.
Oh,
because you're a shadow priest.
Well, no, just in term honor is just time played, and
Well, it used to be like skill and kills, but now it's just who's queued for AV the most.
Yeah, and so there's somebody in our guild that has 6 or 7 times as much honor as me, and I don't understand how that's fucking possible.
All right, that's enough World of Warcraft talk. Bye-bye, everybody.
So the thing about WoW is that